Cześć kochani, witam Was w czwartym, o ile się nie mylę, odcinku z gry, z serii z gry Kotar. I kontynuujemy przygodę tym oto Benedekiem. Nie wiem, czy on ma Benedek, czy on ma Benedykt. W każdym razie tak, musimy się udać. Musimy się udać z powrotem, tędy idąc, tak mi się przynajmniej wydaje. Bo tu można w różne strony iść. Dobra, to chodźmy tutaj. Żeby się nie zgubić może póki co. Aha, i jesteśmy na rynku. Takim oto sposobem. A z której strony my jest... Z tej? Z tej jesteśmy strony, zaraz. A jak tam pójdziemy, to gdzie się znajdziemy? Ja muszę to ogarnąć jakoś tak mniej więcej. Aha, przy tym domu. No i dobra. I o to mi właśnie chodziło. Tylko ja chyba teraz już nie mam tych zapałek, tak? Jak to było? Ona tu jest cały czas? Jest chyba. No tak. Mogę z nią pogadać, ale to chyba raczej nic nie da, skoro nie mamy już zapałek. Kruk zaatakował mnie na zewnątrz i rozbił moją lampę. Zostawiłem ją w lesie.
The only time I did, I was attacked too. And you couldn't have warned me? I forgot, I'm sorry. But don't beat yourself up. I don't need the lamp anyway. She said she wanted it back.
No cóż.
Never mind.
No cóż. No dobra, czyli nic nam to nie dało w sumie. Więc możemy tam iść z powrotem na ten rynek. I iść dalej przez rynek, bo tam jeszcze coś na pewno jest. Skoro mamy dotrzeć do kościoła, tak? I gdzie on mówi? Chyba, żeby iść po prawo. Dobra, to zaraz tam pójdziemy, tylko najpierw sobie zobaczymy, co tu jest. Huśtawka.
Its ropes bear some resemblance to hangman's nooses. Makes sense for a town like this.
No, coś w tym jest niestety. Pudło.
A mailbox? Not sure. It looks strange.
No, faktycznie. Dobra, przejdźmy tam dalej. I teraz tak, czy uda nam się tu wejść, tak? To jest kościół. Chyba nam się uda, no w sumie czemu nie?
Ivan Kotar, born in 1159, died in 1218.
Aha, czyli to bardzo stare dzieje są. Dobra, spróbujmy wejść może od tych bocznych drzwi, jeżeli się uda.
It's locked.
Aha, no tak, klasyk. No dobra, to od głównych. No dobra, ktoś tam jest, chyba ksiądz. Drzwi, konfesjonał, klęcznik, Henrim. Dobra, zobaczmy te zwłoki może.
It's an embalmed priest. Decapitated. His head is laying on a golden plate.
The Vatican declared him a traitor, an ally of the evil forces.
Can you imagine that?
Strange. The sculpture of Jesus is not nailed to the cross, as it should be, but rather just tied up.
Dobra.
Father Henry?
Henry Istrator, and you are?
Benedict.
A fellow man of the cloth, certainly.
What gave me away?
Your aura. And of course, the tiny crosses on your sleeves. You were saying your name?
Benedict Dochnani.
Ah, Victoria's brother. We finally meet. What can I do for you, Brother Benedict?
Przyszedłem tu, żeby zapytać o Arsena i wasz spór.
I came here to ask you about Arsen and your dispute with him.
Dispute? I don't want to talk about it. Not before I get comfortable with you. Let's talk about other things for now.
No dobrze, spotkałaś moją siostrę.
You met my sister?
Did I meet her? Who knows? Do I know of her? Yes, as every person, crow, and rat in this town.
But how do you know we are relatives?
I have infinite power, and I am highly respected. When word spreads, it reaches my ears first.
I have a theory of what happened here.
Czyli jesteś
but
plotkarą
I'd
po
like to know
prostu.
more so that I can solidify it. You know much. Maybe you can help me.
I'm here for you, brother.
Co możesz mi powiedzieć o burmistrzu Sveti Kotar?
What can you tell me about the mayor of Sveti Kotar?
Ranko Merzel, a lurid creature, far worse than his father ever was. Corrupt, full of sin and unscrupulous. Gullible as well. He never saw his death coming, even though he knew he was chased by it. I was called to bless his soul before the funeral. Not going to. The very thought of it sickens me.
Kim był ojciec Ranko?
Who was Ranko's father?
Fran Merzel. He and our former priest, Jakob, founded Maraf Asylum.
I welcomed the decision, but not anymore. Things changed quickly, and the asylum mutated into the same thing it originally tried to uproot.
And what would that be?
Maraf became an island of terror and death for the Catholic community, instead of being a shield that protects it. It was founded with the goal to heal the unfaithful ones, and more importantly, to identify, catch, and execute the subordinates. Now it's a place where our brothers and sisters go and never return from. Healthy individuals full of faith just vanish. Fran had his share of sins, but he founded Maraf with sincere intentions to help the town. Little did he know at the time the evil seeds he had planted.
Ranko ścigała
Ranko
śmierć.
was chased by death?
Nerman, his brother,
A,
the worst of the Merzel family, worst of all men, an incarnation
dar mi
of
tego
evil.
brat.
Although coming from a Catholic family, from the day of his birth it was clear there was something dreadfully wrong with him. I don't know him well, nobody does. But everyone knows about his deeds.
Chief Norden said he is a moon ghoul.
True, he is a Saboran. Some say even the current leader of their cult. He was once incarcerated in the asylum, but managed to escape. No one can find him anymore. I guess there is not enough will. It's not about the will to find Nerman. He's just a tiny shadow in a starless sky. People in this town dread things they cannot see or feel. The unknowable. They fear it because it is everywhere God is not.
Mówisz teraz o księżycowych gulach, tak?
You're talking about the moon ghouls now, right?
That is just a name for the weak. Call them by their true name. The Saborans. The Saborans are not unknowable. They are an ancient tribe that glorifies death, diseases, and pain. Cannibals who cultivate morbid rituals as part of their religion. Sektra.
Sekra? I've heard that name before. Somewhere.
You heard it because there was a book of the same name, the original copy of which was lost in the 15th century.
Yes. It all happened during the Valais witch trials.
Dark times fell upon that place because of the book. It vanished with its author, a witch by the name of Jadwiga Mazura. You can see the Saborans are not a complete mystery. Things we cannot possibly understand are, my brother, the forces and entities this tribe worships. Only madness and death await those who manage to understand. It is what happened to Ivan Kotar, after all. Let's leave this subject. I cannot possibly recount centuries of their history in the reasonable time I have now. Maybe one day you'll be able to read the pamphlet I've written on them. Maybe.
Powiedz mi o naczelniku szpitala psychiatrycznego.
Tell me about the asylum's warden.
Hatur. As the head of the asylum, I know he is somehow involved in the conspiracy against the Catholics. I'm the only person in this town who openly criticizes him, the chief, and the mayor. In one way or another, they are all acting against God, and possibly fallen under the influence of the Saborans. What interests you about him?
My sister's husband went missing after visiting him at the lodge.
Nikolaya. He was kidnapped. But I feel there is more you want to say.
Victoria met with Hatur last night. They talked, and I still can't understand what happened to her.
So I was right. This sheds new light on the warden of the tribe. Not so much on her.
Myślisz, że moja siostra dołączyła do plemienia?
You think my sister joined the tribe?
I do, although I don't know how. Have you seen any changes in her lately?
That is a question for her husband. After our father disappeared, I went into monkhood. Since then, I barely see her.
When things start to look bad, some people think it's God's fault. Instead of showing him more love, they turn away from him. They don't realize it is only then, when they decide to forget him, that they start to wither their own souls. Sometimes they don't just wither, but rot. Rot until it is too late to get off the path that leads to hell.
Naczelnik spotyka się z Saborenami. Powiedział mi o tym chłopiec.
The warden is meeting with the Saborans. A boy told me.
What boy?
Anton. He saw them meeting more than once.
Our protege. I knew he had been sneaking out, just couldn't prove it.
He saw Hatur taking Nikolaya away to a locality called Klek.
I've never visited that hill, but everyone knows what that place is. The boy could be right.
Wiktoria porzuciła Boga. Czuję to w moim
Victoria
sercu.
abandoned God. I can feel it in my heart. She did it. The same happens to our aunt. She abandoned God, turned her faith to strange beliefs, and experienced a dreadful death.
It doesn't matter what you feel and what I believe. You have to find the whole truth. It is your responsibility. Find your sister and the truth that is hiding with her. I would risk going to the stake if I had to choose whether she is guilty or not. This town has many possible sources of evil.
Gdzie powinienem jej szukać?
Where should I look for her?
Begin with Klek. You might find her there with your brother-in-law, hopefully still alive.
Jakie inne źródła zła?
What other sources of evil?
Everyone, including those who impose the so-called law. Everyone could be evil, even those who claim to be faithful. Keep your eyes open.
Czyli nikomu nie ufać. A co z twoim sporem z Arsenem?
What about your dispute with Arsen?
Where did you meet that fool?
He's my only chance to get across the lake, and
You need his boat to get to Klek. So why didn't he give it to you? He doesn't need it. He's dying due to that vampire of his.
Jego rodzice są w Łodzi. Ekshumowałeś ich zwłoki?
his parents are inside the boat. Did you exhume them?
Of course I didn't. I ordered the gravekeeper to do it. Arson and his family are not welcome here anymore. The man is not evil, merely a fool who let evil do upon him.
Jakiego wampira?
What vampire?
Didn't you talk to him?
I did.
And you didn't notice that hideous dark thing on his neck?
No.
That fool got himself a parasitic giant worm. A leech he named Hem.
That's disgusting. But what is the reason you banned him?
I'm telling you, it's Hem. That thing was born and found deep inside the Carcassa forest. It's evil.
Can't he just get rid of it?
Arson believes Hem was sent to him from God. Can you believe it? He gave it a name and looks to it as his own child.
So what now? Anywhere else I could get a boat?
He is your only chance. And it seems like you are his only chance as well, if it's not too late.
What do you mean?
If he accepts to kill Hem, I promise I will think about reintegrating him and his family into our church again. But I need proof. I need to see Hem dead.
Jak ma zabić to, co uważa za swoje własne dziecko?
How do you expect him to kill the thing he sees as his own child?
That is the tricky part. I already tried to persuade him. Now it's your turn. If you succeed, you will get what you want.
Będziesz się tylko zastanawiał nad jego ponownym przyjęciem, czy faktycznie to
You
zrobisz?
will just think about reintegrating him, or you will do it?
I'll do it.
Immediately after I give you a dead Hem.
I promise.
Jak to możliwe, że w archiwach Watykanu nie ma nawet wzmianki o Sveti Kotar?
How come there's nothing in the Vatican's official archives about Sveti Kotar?
Because of Ivan Kotar. This town has an open dispute with the Vatican because of him. First, they sent emissaries to execute him. Then they denied the authorities to name this town in his honor. We did what was right, named him a patron saint. The Vatican is run by a mass of hypocrites.
It's the Holy See we are talking about here. There's nothing closer to God.
Nothing closer to God? Just because they said so centuries ago? How can they ignore what Kotar did here? Maybe they are now aware of their own mistakes from the past, but have done absolutely nothing to mend them.
You cannot question their decisions. It's like questioning the Bible.
Brother, let's agree we don't agree and leave it there. We have other things to worry about right now.
I've never heard of a priest talking about the church in this way. Unacceptable, but this, along with other things I've learned until now, might be enough information for Father Imre.
Człowiek nazywający się Jakob Pregner. Czy to był ksiądz tego kościoła?
A man that goes by the name Jakov Prenger. Was he a former priest of this church?
He preceded me. Why?
I heard he went missing.
True. He was the warden of the asylum before Ranko became mayor. Then, one night, he just disappeared.
Wiesz, co mogło się z nim stać?
Any ideas what happened to him?
He was kidnapped by the Saborans and became their prey, the usual for this town. The new warden got him imprisoned because he knew too much. Or maybe that poor blind lady killed him because he couldn't love her the way she loved him. It's a mystery.
Czy był dobrym
Was he a
naczelnikiem?
good warden?
Better than Hatur? Yes. Good? No. He was too soft and hesitant. We could have done so much more regarding the war against the Saborans.
Wydaje mi się, że masz do niego o coś żal.
Seems to me you're holding a grudge against him. Am I wrong?
We never liked each other. He was sent by the Vatican to take my place here. The Vatican. which for centuries never tried to contact anyone in this town, sends a man to take my seat? I could do nothing but step down. Yes, I hated him as much as I hate the Vatican. And I'm grateful to whoever made him disappear.
Wiele złych emocji w tym księdzu i nie wydaje mi się, żeby księża w ten sposób się mogli czy powinni wypowiadać.
Excuse me.
Of course.
Strasznie dziwaczne rzeczy się tu dzieją.
There's a time and place to talk to him. This is not one of them.
Okej. No to wychodzimy. Dobra, musimy się tam udać z powrotem chyba na tą przystań.
The street is a dead end that leads to the cemetery.
No dobra, to w tą stronę. I tu pójść. I przez rynek. Chyba tam. Ale nie jestem pewna. Chyba tak, chyba tędy. No i dobra, i na tą przystań. Idziemy pogadać z Arsenem.
It's me again.
Rozmawiałam z Henrim o sporze.
I talked to Henry about the dispute.
And is he going to remove the ban?
What is the reason he banned you in the first place?
I don't know.
Could you please step outside so I can see you better?
No, it's safer in here.
May I come in then?
You are not family.
Proszę.
Step outside, please.
We talked before and you didn't ask me that.
Henry gave me something for you. I want to see you under the light while giving it to you. Henry is willing to unban you.
Is he? Really?
Yes, I will tell you all about our conversation, but you have to come outside.
I don't see the point. But if it's going to save my family... Now, what do you have to show me?
God, that leech thing on his neck is hideous.
Ooh.
That is Hem. I never imagined a leech could get so big. Henry was right. The vampire thing is sucking the life out of this poor, naive man. I have to persuade him to give it to me.
But. Fu.
Arson, we have to talk about your child.
You stay away from him. Is this why you wanted me out here? Stay away.
Calm down. I'm not going to do anything to him. I promise.
What do you want then?
Gdzie odnalazłeś
Where
Hema?
did you find him?
I didn't find him. He found me. Years ago, I helped a young detective with a case he was working on. He then showed gratitude by giving me a bucket full of leeches. And there he was, my little Hem. I'm so proud of him. He has grown much since that day. God bless that detective.
Czy to był detektyw Mostow?
It was Detective Mostov?
I believe that was his name. Martin. Why?
Just curious. How did you help him?
We went on a tour of the lake. I showed him some places, but he was mostly interested in the island of the asylum.
Did he say why he was interested in the island?
Something about a runaway. I don't know.
Henry powiedział mi, że Hem urodził się w lesie
Henry told me
Karkasa.
Hem was born in the Karkasa forest.
That doesn't mean he's evil. Henry thinks anything that grows or lives in that forest must be tainted.
And so out of all the leeches you had, you picked the exact one that became Hem.
He picked me. He crawled his way out of the bucket, moved onto my left hand, and then all the way up to my neck. His favorite spot, where he sleeps and eats.
How's your health?
Are you a doctor now?
I've noticed you have trouble breathing, and your skin has no color. Have you had this problem for a long time?
I don't know what you're talking about. I feel fine.
Didn't you say before you are too weak to board the boat?
The love of my child gives me strength and positivity. But I would feel better if I was allowed to attend masses again. And if my house would be blessed as it was before the ban.
Mam pomysł, jak możemy rozwiązać twój spór z Henrym.
I have an idea how we can solve your dispute with Henry.
I'm listening.
You have to give me Hem.
What? Forget it. Stay away.
Jestem sługą Bożym, pamiętasz? Nie skrzywdzę twojego
Remember,
dziecka.
I'm in the service of God. You have my word, I won't hurt your child.
He will die without my blood.
No, he won't, and you know that. How long do you think he can live without you? And be honest with me. It's your family at stake here.
Maybe just for one night.
To jedyny sposób, by cię rozgrzeszyć, ale potrzebuję twoich wskazówek.
This is the only way to get you absolved, but I need guidance from you.
What guidance?
And you have to keep our little secret to yourself.
I don't like this.
Plan jest taki, żeby znaleźć pijawkę podobną do twojego Hema.
Plan is to find a leech similar to your Hem. For that to work, I need your guidance. Where can I find one?
Why do you need him then?
So I can compare him to his potential clone. Henry seems like a clever man, and surely he remembers Hem's appearance very well.
My dear child in the hands of a stranger. I can't do this.
Jak tylko znajdę jego sobowtóra, zwrócę ci Hem.
As soon as I find his double, I will return Hem safely to you.
And then what?
I will bring the double to Henry, claiming it's Hem. All you will have to do from then on is hide Hem when you are near Henry.
You intend to lie to a man of God?
It's for a greater good. God will understand. Do you want to live?
If I die, Hem dies. I cannot let that happen. Your proposal seems like the only way out of this situation. My dear child, please forgive me. Do not farewell. I'll wait for you here. The house is lonely without you.
Dobra, gdzie mogę
Where can I find his
znaleźć?
I've never been inside the forest, but Ida told me once she found a place full of leeches. I believe it's where the detective found him. You must go through the wall of crosses and turn left at the crossroads. His brothers and sisters should be there, where Holly meets Hannah.
Hannah is the river?
It is.
Mhm.
Keep him safe and get him back as soon as possible.
I will.
Let me say it again. Beware of the forest. It's easy to get lost in that malignant place.
What should I do now? Should I kill Hem? Or find his double and kill it instead? Whatever I decide, God will understand. Dark times require immoral acts. Excuse me.
Dobra. Idziemy na poszukiwanie sobowtóra pijawki, jakkolwiek dziwnie to brzmi. Tutaj są krzyże, więc tu chyba musimy iść.
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me.
Koło jakieś.
I think this is the place Arsen told me about. It's swarming with leeches. How am I going to find one similar enough to him? They all look the same. Right. By concentrating only on the biggest ones.
Okropne. Ja to w ogóle nie lubię pijawek, paskudztwa.
I don't know. Something is off with this one. The size fits. This is the one. No need to search further.
No i co teraz?
I don't know how to do that.
Dobre pytanie. Paskudztwo. Dobra, wyjdźmy stąd. Coś tu jest.
It's man-made, in the form of a sacred shape. A black magic circle for rituals.
Da się tam iść w prawo? Gdzie my jesteśmy? To jest rzeka.
The accursed Henna River, lifeless and noxious. Small, with blood-red leaves. I'm going to act on a hunch this time and follow this crawling tree. I was right.
O.
The place where the tree with blood-red leaves grows from. This looks like a burial mound. I think I know what happens to Ida's mother. I should talk to Ida.
Dobra, pójdziemy do tego sklepu z pamiątkami.
Madam?
Hello.
Znalazłam kurhan w głębi lasu.
I found a mound deep inside the forest.
What kind of mound?
A burial mound, I believe.
How could you... Why are you telling me this?
W pobliżu kopca widziałem drzewa, które służyły za szubienicę. Wijący się rodzaj drzewa o krwisto-czerwonych liściach doprowadził mnie do kopca. Kopiec jest całkowicie zarośnięty przez wijące się drzewa. Pierwszy.
I've seen trees that serve as gallows. They were in the vicinity of the mound.
Oh, the purgatory trees.
Why purgatory?
It's where people go to purify themselves from this place before entering heaven. One of the many beliefs preventing this town from falling into complete madness.
Wijący się rodzaj drzewa o krwisto-czerwonych liściach doprowadził mnie do
A
kopca.
crawling kind of tree with blood red leaves led me to the mound.
Blood red?
The same color and kind of tree you have here. The mound is completely overgrown by the crawling tree.
And?
It was man-made, erected over what I believe is a grave.
I still don't understand. Why are you telling me these things?
Have you ever been there?
No, not that I recall. I don't know. Why?
I think you did. And the mound is actually your mother's burial place.
What?
Powiedziałeś, że jej szyja wygięła się w dziwny sposób.
You said her neck bent awkwardly.
To one side, as if it's broken.
No.
Her eyes turned blood red, and you heard her scream.
Correct.
What kind of scream?
I don't know. I'd say as if someone was trying to suffocate her.
No. Wydaje mi się, że widziałeś swoją matkę umierającą na jednym z czyśćcowych drzew.
I believe you saw your mother dying on one of the purgatory trees.
What?
It was probably too painful to cope with the truth, so your mind tricked you into thinking you were not with her when that happened. Can you try to remember?
The trees, and the corpses, and spiders. Were there spiders?
Shrubs that look like giant spiders. I saw them too. You must have seen the moment when she hanged herself. That is why you remember the neck bending to one side and how she screamed while suffocating.
The blood-red leaves. I remember them now. The ground was full of them. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of blood-red leaves.
You were right and the police were wrong. She didn't go into Carcassa alone. You were with her. Can you remember why?
Oh, Mother. My dear Mother, I miss you so much. I let you do it. I helped you find the place. My mother, she couldn't bear the pain anymore. It was so painful watching her wither like a rose in winter. What am I going to say to my father now? He knew nothing of her agony. She didn't want him to know.
Powiedz mu prawdę.
Tell him the truth. He'll understand. Or don't. Sometimes a lie can do more good than the truth itself.
Thank you, Benedict. Whenever I go into the forest, I always avoid that place. I always did, even before that fateful day with my mother. If it wasn't for you, I would have never found out what really happened to her. I don't remember burying her. I don't remember taking the trees. Nothing after her death.
Maybe revisiting the place could help you out. Think about it. Or just leave it in peace.
Maybe I'll go, but not alone. Thank you, my dear monk.
No need to thank me.
Dobra, teraz tak. Czy znałaś Jakowa Prengera?
Yakov Prenger?
Our former priest. I knew who he was, but I never really had a chance to speak to him. Why?
I heard he went missing.
Many people still go missing, vanishing without trace, as if they never existed. I heard this about Yakov too. Sorry I couldn't tell you more, but I really don't know anything else.
Znasz kogoś, kto mógłby pożyczyć mi łódź?
Anyone who could lend me a boat?
There's only one man with a boat in this town, and his name is Arsen.
Are you completely sure? The lake is huge. There should be more of them.
It's Arsen or nothing. What do you need a boat for?
I needed to get to Klek.
Beware, Clegg is on the list of forbidden places. You think Victoria is there?
Could be.
Then I wish you luck. Try talking to Arsen. I think he'll help you. Swimming or going on foot would be suicide.
No tak, to już wiemy.
Excuse me.
Sure.
No i dobra, przynajmniej jedną rzecz udało się jakoś rozwiązać, w sensie pomóc jej. I teraz tak. Czy powinniśmy iść? Chyba tak, chyba teraz powinniśmy się udać do kościoła, nie? Ogarnąć tą sprawę z tym pijawkiem całym paskudnym. A potem wrócić do Arsena. I może zdobyć łódź. Jakoś. A, nie, zaraz, czekaj. Nie właź tam. Albo dobra, wejdź. Bo tak się zastanawiałam, jak tego Hema spacyfikować, ale może jakoś tym krucyfiksem.
Hem doesn't deserve the honor of dying in the house of God. I should do it someplace else.
No jednak, dobra, to wyjdźmy stąd w takim razie.
Rot in hell.
By.
The thing has been executed. I should give it to Henry now.
No, chyba tak. Jest to dość obrzydliwe mimo wszystko.
Hem is dead.
Truth?
Stabbed to death.
It is the vampire, indeed. How did you manage to persuade that old fool?
Does it really matter now? It's done. The thing is rotting in hell. Are you going to keep your word?
Of course. You can go tell Arsen. I will come to visit him soon. His house needs to be blessed.
I will. God bless you.
Take the boat. Row towards the truth, brother. I'll keep you in my prayers and hope we'll meet again soon.
No, oby. Dobra.
Ham is gone.
What do you mean?
He's dead.
What? How? What happened?
I killed him. I had to do it. You don't understand.
No.
You don't understand. Ham was an evil thing. A vampire. He was draining your life force.
How could you? You made me believe you. I can't. You didn't kill.
Nie jesteś już wykluczony z kościoła.
You are no longer banned from the church. Henry said he'll come by soon to bless your house.
I don't care. Be gone now. The boat is free. Follow the shore along the other side until you see the 3 white fingers. I hope you experience an agonizing death on Clegg. Amen.
I co, mam chodzić z tą pijawką?
It looks similar enough to Ham.
Nie będziemy jej dawać mu.
just leached into the lake. I don't need it anymore. The boat is here, but they left. It might be too late, but I have to try. I have to get on top of that hill. God help me. Now more than ever.
Trochę tam daleko jest.
With its 3 finger-like rocks. Ominous. It looks like a portal to the underworld.
No, może to jest taki jakiś portal. No dobra, nie wiem, no idziemy chyba, nie? Może jakoś tam się wdrapiemy. Dobra.
Crows. They are everywhere. At least a dozen circled above these finger-like rocks.
No, myślę, że
I should
więcej.
try to find some clues where Kotar might have taken Nikolaya as quickly as possible.
Dobra, to szukamy.
This rock looks like an altar. Blood. Lots of blood here. Drag marks in the blood. Splattered to the right of the rock.
No, nie wygląda to za dobrze, powiem szczerze.
Now smaller drops. Very hard to spot. They lead towards those small rocks. I'm struggling to notice anything here, but those look like bloody fingerprints. Footprints and marks of a body being dragged into the woods. Was Nikolaya sacrificed here? I have no choice. I must follow the clues.
Dobra, to popatrz jeszcze te rzeczy, które tam znaleźliśmy.
Three triangles with a line down the middle. It's the same symbol we saw on the balcony door.
Aha.
7 symbols, marks, or something else. Whatever it is, it symbolizes something malevolent.
Tak, widzieliśmy już te rzeczy.
Visibility is extremely low, but the various protrusions seem to be full of some kind of icy bones and flesh, piles of human remains. Stories of children being eaten on this hill might be true.
Paskudztwo.
Blood has led me here, to a watermill deep inside the woods. And I was followed the whole time.
Przez kruki? Czy tam wrony?
I can hear something. A very faint sound coming from down there. A small window is hidden behind this bush.
O, shit.
He's either unconscious or dead. That massive pendulum is about to slice him in two. Nikolay! Wake up, Nikolay! Nothing. He's not moving.
O, co ja mam zrobić teraz?
This mechanism is making the pendulum swing. There's no other explanation. I should try to stop.